Hey, what's up guys? It's Reed Young, aka Shuda here. I'm going to be reviewing this $200 buy-in no limit hand. If you guys like these videos, share them with a poker buddy, I would appreciate it. So we get into the hand. We open 4-6 suited in the small blind, and I think it's a bit loose given our reads on the regular. He's pretty standard looking stats that are given to us by the poster here. What we don't have are his big blind stats, and I think that's a little bit more relevant since 3-betting by position and the amount of hands he plays are going to change quite a bit. So I think 4-6 suited's fine though. I mean, it's not going to be a huge deal folding or raising. I think they're probably going to be pretty close as far as your expected value goes. And then if you can 4-bet effectively or something like that, that's only going to help the overall EV of the play. So on the flop, we flop bottom 2 pair, which is awesome. We go ahead and continuation bet our normal amount of about 2/3 pot into, so it's 8 into 12 here. And we get flatted on the flop, which I think is going to be a range of a lot of weaker made hands, maybe some floats like straight draws or some king highs, and a few of the ace X's that our opponent plays and doesn't want to raise on the flop. So going to the turn, it's not that great for us because a lot of his, well, I guess 7-5 gets there, and maybe some of his hands that were behind us, like ace 8 and 6-8, get there, pocket 8s as well. We bet and we get raised. I think the bet's fine, and the raise by our opponent is kind of interesting because if he is going to be raising us here, I think it's very strong because there's not much reason for him to turn a hand like ace 2 into a bluff here, since he should be pretty far ahead of our turn betting range. If we are trying to get value from our ace X hands, we do need to be bluffing on the turn a decent amount of the time here, and yeah, it puts us in a really tough spot because really the only thing we beat now are like king high floats. And then it does get very strange on the river because we check to him and the pot's $140, as you guys can see, and he bets $65 into us, which is less than half pot. So to me, that looks like he's trying to get some value from some sort of like weaker made hand, but more interestingly, I think is the fact that the river's a king. So now there really just is no air in his range. So he's either turning a hand into a bluff, or I think we have the worst hand always. I don't think he ever plays ace jack or ace queen this way. So even a stronger hand like that for his range, I don't think he gets that aggressive with it. And so we almost certainly have a bluff catcher. And since 4-6 is pretty close to the top of our range, we do want to make sure that we are calling down with it some of the time. So I don't hate a call down here, but I do think you can, at least against the average 1-2 player, find a hero fold here every once in a while, because I don't think this size is ever going to be a bluff or a hand turned into a bluff trying to get us to fold a made hand like this. So I don't think he's ever going to have like 4-5 suited here and be bluffing for this amount. I think you would bet something around like 120, and that's just like a really standard bet size with most of his range. But given that he doesn't have much air, he might be trying to give us some better pot odds to convince us to call with a hand like this, and that's what it looks like to me. So if you guys enjoy this video or have any comments, definitely leave them in the comment section, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Take care.